5, no doubt, is the Pagani Zonda Sync Roadster. At a sum of $1.85 million, it is one of the most exotic cars out there and also the most expensive. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 to 4 seconds with a top speed of 217 miles per hour. At the number 4 spot is the Aston Martin 177, costing $1.85 million. It won't take no for an answer. The name 177 says it all. Beauty and power in one, limited to 77 units. With 750 horsepower, it is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.4 seconds with a maximum speed of 220 miles per hour. At the number 3 spot is the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. At a jaw-dropping sum of $2.4 million, it is capable of reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. When tested in July 10, 2010 with the 2010 Super Sport version, it reached a top speed of 267 miles per hour. When competing against a Bugatti Veyron, you better be prepared. Slowly inching our way to the number 1 spot. At number 2 is the Lykan Hyper Sport. At a cost of $3.4 million, the Dubai-based company W Motors are planning to make only 7 of this. The Lykan Hypersport is powered by a flat-6 twin-turbo engine which produces 750 horsepower and takes you 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds at an estimated speed of 245 miles per hour. This car will definitely go faster than a jet. And finally, we have the Kingpin. At our number 1 spot is the Lamborghini Veneno. At a sum of $4.5 million, this car would definitely strip you of all the money in your bank account. Needless to say that the Veneno gets you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a swift 2.8 seconds, allowing you to hit a neck-breaking top speed of 221 miles per hour. Only 3 cars are being made available in the whole world, and if you want to own this hyper supercar, you will have to be placed on a waiting list with other aficionados. And that wraps up today's edition of Auto Expert News. For more information on Auto Expert, please log on to our Facebook page at AutoXPATPro and you can post your comments and questions there. Also, you can contact us on Twitter at AutoXPATPro. Also, you can email us, share your thoughts with us at videoguruentertainment@yahoo.com and AutoXPATPro@gmail.com. Have a fabulous day, guys, and live big, people. Wow, I've had an amazing time. This is the best time I've ever had in an auto showroom like ever. Nissan has really adorned themselves this time around. They have this innovative strategies. They're moving on and on. They're so continuous, so versatile, so off the hook. This is off the This is massive. This is something I've never heard of. Oh, maybe I've heard of it, but I've just literally imagined it and now I'm seeing it. They brought about new cars, the Patrol, the Amira, the Z370 and other cars. The Infiniti is coming into the country very soon. And they also have this, the 2016 Maxima. It has the driving attention alertness and it's literally one of the most important devices that a car needs to enable a driver drive safely on the road and reduce the risk of accident. And something else is coming up. They have a 3S facility in Lekki and it's literally like 9,600 square feet and it's going to house 18 cars. There's an auto showroom that's going to be built very soon. I can't wait for that. And also they have a workshop and that's like 26,400 square feet. Wow, that's massive. Also Expo right here. We're seeing it all, we're viewing it all. So thank you so much. I hope you had a lovely time because I did. And signing out, my name still remains Oyinlola Redbeck. So see you again, same time, same station. Keep watching Auto Expert. It's your guide to safety. It's so cold. The Bullos Enterprises Limited Motorcycles Dealers Conference kicked off as dealers and guests were signed in, given tags, and familiarized themselves with each other and with the motorcycles on display, such as Aprilia, the Intruder, Ajue, Moto Guzzi, Suzuki, among others. They were all ushered into the event hall for the commencement of the program. The hall was brightly lit as flowers in pretty vases and the blue and white colors synonymous to Bullos brought the hall to life with a lively chatter of guests, which quieted as the opening prayers were said. The MC assumed this role and introduced members of the high table: the General Sales and Marketing Manager, Mr. Stanley Evans, the General Manager, Mr. Julian Addy, the Chairman, Mr. Robert Ugbaja, General After Sales Manager Charles, and Chinese representatives from Ajue, Mr. Mike and Mr. Paul, and some other members of staff from Bullos Enterprises Limited were acknowledged, like the National Sales and Marketing Manager, Christian Deeb, Lekan Olagunju, among others. The General Manager, Julian Addy, gave a short opening speech welcoming the guests and dealers to the program, after which the dealers introduced themselves.
This is the future. I think if you look everywhere, everything is becoming far more electronic, and the same synergy applies to the motorcycles. We know of another brand, obviously, who is in the market with a very ancient motorcycle that is like a dinosaur and will become extinct. We have the new age product that will take us forwards. This other product will disappear, ours won't. We will keep on rejuvenating our products, we will keep on adding to our portfolio to support you and give you more product.
Hello viewers, I am Engineer Chijeko Juku. You're welcome to Auto Guide on AutoXPAT. Topic for today will be on wheel alignment. Its importance to everyday motoring and everyday, safe use of your tires. As you can see, we are here in our workshop at Blaze Auto Care, operated by Quick Enterprises. We're about setting up, a practical aid, a guide to help us in understanding more on wheel alignment and wheel balancing. First of all, I would like to take us a little brief on what wheel alignment is. To the layman on the streets, they say you have an alignment issue when you notice your tires are actually wearing out in an irregular form. It doesn't just start or stop at that point. Wheel alignment goes beyond that. Wheel alignment goes even to the point of ride comfort. The basic is when you are driving, you expect to be able to leave your steerings on a smooth surface. When you're driving on a smooth road, one would normally expect that on handing off your steering wheels, your car should be able to move straight in one direction, in a straight direction, at least for a few meters, without vying to the right or vying to the left. That is a sign of a good wheel alignment if your car drives straight, at least for a few meters on a smooth road. The second one being also when you notice that you have irregular wear on the shoulders, on the sides of your tires, be it in, be it on the outward end. I'll show you an example of a one tire. This is one, which is occasioned from, you have an irregular wear here. This is what I call an irregular wear because you have your tread level at one side a lot more okay, and on this side smoothened out and worn out. This is due to the effect of wheel alignment. Now, when it comes to wheel alignment, you have three different things that comprise of your wheel alignment. You have your toe in and toe out, which is your toe setting. That's one. You have your camber adjustment, which is two. And you have your caster adjustment. And for the purpose of this discussion, let me first of all start with using my hands. Assume this is your tire. You're looking at it in a linear, straight form. Assume this is the two front tires of your car. Now, when we talk about toe in, it means that the two tires are bent a little bit inward, are tilted a bit inward. That's when you have toe in. And what this would mean is that you have wear on the outermost part of your tire in such a case. And then you have, when it's tilted outward, then you are having what you call a toe out. And it's likely going to affect the inner part of your tires. Now, also, we go to the cambers. In the camber setting, we also look at tires. Assume these are the front wheel tires of our car. The camber setting, you have an inward camber which will be tilting your tires as though, permit me to use the word, you have key legs. And so it's tilting inwards. And then you have an outward toe when your tires are tilting outwards. Okay? That's that. These two also have great effects on your tire wear and on your drive comfort, because in most cases you may not be able to wheel, you may not be able to steer your car in a safe manner. You always feel it when you drive, as though you are battling with your steerings. The third one, which in most cases, in 99% of the cases in Nigeria, we don't consider as very important, is the caster. Now, what the caster simply means is the distance, how tilted. The caster basically deals with the front wheel system, not the back wheel, but with the front wheel. The angle to which your tires are inclined to your steering itself. So you have a caster which could be outward, or you have a caster which could be inward. The effect mostly of the caster is, you notice that when you say your steering is a little bit softer or is stronger. That's the effect, most of the effect of the caster. Also, the caster affects your alignment in such a way, because if you've had an accidented vehicle, you probably have one of the casters out of position, which means that you will most likely never have a good alignment system. And so these three components ought to be in order for you to have a perfect alignment system. Now, let's go to what could be the causes of alignment issues. Also, how often do we, or when do we check for our alignment issues, and how often we should come in for alignment checks. As you know, we are in a part of the country where our roads are really, really bad. You meet a lot of ditches, potholes, and all whatnot on the road. Your car is assembled with bolts and nuts, and you don't expect them to remain in their permanent position or in absolute permanent position. Now, when you have series and series of impacts, there is a great possibility that there will be a shift or a slack in one of those bolts or the position of your tires. Remember, you also have rubbers, which we call bushings. These rubbers also wear out, and once they wear out, they create clearance. You have a clearance, and once you have a clearance, it means ultimately you have a shift in position of your tires. As such, we expect that car owners come in for alignment checks at least at every service interval, which is approximately 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers. You don't have to wait till you have a one tire before you go in for your alignment. Comfort is also of importance. Safety is topmost. I would want to let our viewers know that you can do-it-yourself approach to wheel alignment. Can be done with string of rope or with your regular building plumb. We are looking at this plumb, and when we look at the fluid in it, we expect it to be centered, and as such we expect that it is in straight form. Not all cases that you have it perfectly centered, because the manufacturers have their own specification, and that's what the equipment we have here is here to help us to do. But trying to work blindly or doing it yourself, you can actually use this. Once you have your tires, once you have the plumb giving you a center, what this means is for these liquid glasses, Once it's centered, it means that you have a straight and zero leveled camber. Now we said cambers can, if your tire is tilting out this way, that's the position for the camber, or it's tilting in this form. So you have, like I said, you have cars with key legs, and your key legs, whether in and out, I don't know how many, or bow legs. Let's use that other word. Depending on the suspension type, your cambers are greatly affected. Either you have your shock absorbers bent, for those that have the adjustments on the shock absorbers, or you have your lower arms deformed or bent also, either as a result of an impact or something of that nature. These are basic things. Or you simply just have an alignment system that has left its normal position due to loosened bushings and bolts, and that's basically all. And we also talked about the toe in and toe out. This is also a simple example looking at what your toe in. Toe in, your tires could be tilting as though it were to be wheeled, or it could be tilting inward as it were.
It was a very colorful event, highlighted by orange and black, which is 6 rent-a-car colors. Several dignitaries of Koschari's Mobility Limited and 6 Rent-A-Car were present to grace the celebration of 2 years innovation of 6 Nigeria, a franchise of Koschari's Group, including the chairman and CEO of Koschari's Group of Companies, Dr. Cosmos Maduka.
It's my single honor and a great privilege to be here with you, our partners from Germany, and our partners locally here who has kept us in business, and more importantly, our executive shoppers who we have given some honor today. In the service industry, a lot of people neglect it, but it runs also like a factory. It's about the quality of the product you put out there. How all of them comes out will show what the end result in terms of the product that will be delivered. So, starting from the executive shoppers, the drivers who have distinguished themselves in the way they perform their duty, and from at the top, our principals, 6 Germany, who taught us what to do. Their standards are very high. You can't be a 6 franchise holder, a BMW franchise holder, or Rolls-Royce franchise holder if you don't know what you are doing, because their requirements and standards are very high.
Sylvester Sapnan, the manager responsible for the Middle East and the African region for 6 Rent-A-Car.
Basically, we are a premium mobility provider in different market segments like rent-a-car, lease-a-car, or even innovative products like car sharing. And our target is basically to become the biggest car rental or mobility provider worldwide. So if you want to expand worldwide, of course you always have to go into new markets. And we definitely believe in Africa and in the potential of Africa, and it's developing. Like, there's a lot of happening in a lot of countries in Africa, and yeah, we want to be part of this.
Head of International Training at 60 Munich, Carlson Yach, among others at the high table.
It's basically you do everything that the customer needs, and car rental is like, it used to be very big in the past, it was growing, but we see, especially in the last 5 years, more and more other mobility solutions approaching the market, like car sharing, My Driver, that's a German product where we where Sixt also, where you can book like a taxi, but it's real Sixt chauffeurs. So we have different business models. Also Uber is growing, so we have competition from many sides, and that's why we try to keep it up and being inspired by the customers.
And the GM and CEO of Kashari's Mobility Limited, Sixt Rent-A-Car, Christian Chimbundu, was also present as a delegated master of ceremonies.
We have with our midst the fleet manager of Huawei Technologies, Mr. Oman Kabuso, please. He just also received an award today. Huawei today has more than 1,000 fleet. They are the highest buyer of cars in Nigeria today. And they are our clients. And I'll tell you what happened. For the past 3 years, they have been discussing with 3 months, discussing with me. Christian, give us cars. I said, look, my cars are good, they are expensive. If you want a good car, I will give you better service. They said, no, Ford Ranger, this. I stand to tell you today that 3 days ago, we signed a contract for 200 vehicles to Huawei. How much please, are you comfortable?
On behalf of my company, Huawei, for us, all product has been tested and trusted. It's rugged, it's durable. For us, it's cost effective in the long run with durability. Secondly, Sixt as a company, since we started doing business with them, I'm not saying this to actually paint a picture, because whatever I say here, I will still experience it as we go further as part. For us, the added value, and that's the key for us. Beyond the vehicular service that they give to us, their service to us is impeccable. I can tell you we have a proven performance metric that we use in-house, and consistently they have come tops amongst all our suppliers.
Awards represented to the 5 executive chauffeurs, that is Onogu Godwin Arome, Michael Samuel, Abdul Ismail, Kazim Sadiko, and Olaiwola Gafar.
I feel too good and I feel too happy, and I believe Sixt has put in a smile to my face ever since I spent the rest of my day in driving sectors.
Several clients spoke on the successful trend that Sixt Rent-A-Car has set in the last 2 years and commended them in this regard. Among them, Mr. Amefolo Onyebuchi, Program Manager of Carlson Wagon Lead Travel, congratulated Sixt for being successful and outstanding for the past 2 years.
Sixt happened to be exceptional in the fact that it came into the market with something much more new. They came in with newer vehicles. They came with a very huge standard. The parent company in Germany have presence all over the world, and with Carlson, we kind of share something in similarity, because Carlson have presence in well over 150 countries. Same goes to Sixt. So that alone, it's more or less the relationship that we have. And going by that, being a company that is into corporate travel management services, our clients equally want that same standard of service that they could receive in Germany, America, or wherever. So they expect same in Nigeria.
And applauded them for their impeccable service and delivery ever since their emergence in the Nigerian market, despite the rise in foreign exchange and the value of dollars. Mr. Christian Chimbundu, Master of Ceremonies, announced that although Sixt Germany does not allow local websites, but because of the high performance of Sixt Rent-A-Car in Nigeria, a local website has been launched which would enable local customers to book cars and pay online, and also get their vehicles delivered anywhere, anytime, so saving clients time and improving delivery efficiency.
From tomorrow, you can log into www.sixtnigeria.com. You can rent your car online and make your payment online.
Dr. Cosmos Madiko, chairman of Kashari's group, talked about the quality of the products Sixt delivers and how all the members of the team, including the executive chauffeurs, have been groomed in order to meet the high standards of the service industry.
Our mission statement is that we will provide our customer with excellent services and products, giving them the highest value of their money, and will plow back resources to the immediate society and create a sense of pride in our employees. So we've just refurnished some orphanage home today that was given back to them, and we are coinciding it with celebrating our 2 years of existence. We've distinguished ourselves by the quality of services, we offer to our clients.
The chairman of Law Union and Rock Insurance PLC gave a short speech. He mentioned how Sixers remain top among auto car rental organizations in Nigeria, how their reputation for superb and flawless service and delivery precedes them, and he congratulated Six in this regard. He also offered benefits to the 5 awardees from the insurance company. The MC gave a brief review of the companies that supported them and appreciated them for their unfailing support. Mr. George Anyanwu, Director of Marketing Passage Group Travels, presented the cutting of the 2-year anniversary cake after its 6th countdown.
The 3rd letter and the 4th letter.
And the program ended on a high note, with everyone bustling with excitement.
I've seen a whole lot of growth. I've seen a whole lot of deepening in the market. New customers being signed on, strong corporates. Most multinationals, when they come into Nigeria, they call Sixth. You know, it's easy because it's a properly run company. It's a properly run. The standards are strong, in line with international standards. So a lot of international businesses find it very easy to align and do business with Sixth.
Yeah, the car rental came up because of the need for people that cannot buy a car to drive with the same car. If you cannot buy a BMW, you can as well drive or rent a BMW. Car rental company also came into existence also to make mobility very easy for people. You don't need to use millions of naira to own a car to drive a car. That's the concept of car rental business.
There's no other place I'd rather be than right here at the biggest auto showroom launch in Nigeria. It doesn't get better than this. My name is Oyinlola Aregbe, and on behalf of AutoXpert and Nizan, I welcome you all to this exquisite event. As you can clearly see, we've got a huge crowd gracing this event. They all want to get a feel of adventure in the auto world. Nizan has done so many great things over the years, but hey, this is off the hook. They call it a showroom, but this is actually an edifice. Trust me, it's massive, quite innovative, as it hasn't been done at this magnitude anywhere else in Nigeria. So a quick look, peep at some of the cars, and they're literally unbelievable. I haven't even seen the interior features yet. Keep it locked in right here, AutoXpert. We'll update you shortly.
Just hold on and be strong. It won't be long. It will be alright.
Alright, yo people, they call me Joel, aka Mr. Lover from Kenny's Music, straight up #1. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria, Lagos. And right about now, you are watching AutoXPAT, your guide to safety, man. Your safety is very important, man. You know what I'm saying?
See the blessings multiplying, just like the birds in the sky I'm flying. So divining, we inclining. Take it from me, I see good things are piling. It be okay, call me one day.
It was, for me, I would say it was just still the same, because since I joined Kenny's Music, before I got a car, I never trekked. You know what I'm saying? I was never on a bike. They always make sure there was a car, you know, that I could use to move around, you know, before I got my own car. So, I mean, it was just still the same for me. It's a special one that I love so much, you know. As a matter of fact, it's still much available. It's EOD, end of discussion. That type of car that, you know, as long as you keep maintaining it, you know what I'm saying, even if a G-Wagon is parked beside it, there's still no difference. I mean, it has its own style and class that I like so much.
So high, high. See, it doesn't matter what you do or what you're into. You have to believe in yourself and be true. Easy.
Yeah, you know, talking about safety while driving, you don't have to drink and drive. You know, you don't have to be on the phone while driving. You don't have to be partying in your car while driving. You could have probably your friends, you know, turning up music and you guys are dancing. Yeah, but you be careful. Just know you're the one driving. So you have to take it slow on yourself. And then there's no need for speed. I always tell people there is no need for speed. If you know you are the type that, you know, like to be on time, if you have an appointment by 3, you can leave your house by 1:30 or 2. You know, take it slowly and you'll get there.
It doesn't matter what you do or what you're into. You have to believe in yourself and be true. Easy, it's gonna get easy.
Yeah, 2 things I like to check, even though I normally don't drive all the time. It might sound weird, but I like to check the steering. I like to be sure what I'm holding is very, very okay. Then I like to check the tires as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on that steady motion or steady speed, and all of a sudden, before you know it, man, third mainland bridge, you don't enter water. You know, it's not our portion, man. So I like to check those 2 things, and of course, I like to check the engine oil. You know, to know if it's well gauged. You know, before I start to move. Yeah, I like to do 60. Yes, as little as it is, I like to do 60. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go beyond that, maybe say 80, 100, then sometimes I just give it to my friends. You know, any of them that is available, I just like, okay, hold the steering, and because they know how to do it better than I do, so I just give it to them and so yeah, let's go there.
So don't forget where you're coming from and where you are going. No pain, no gain, keep going.
Yeah, as long as I'm driving, even when I'm not driving. You know, as a matter of fact, even when I'm not driving, it's probably if my friend is driving me, you know, I have this way of driving alongside with him. You know, I have this way of, oh boy, watch now, oh boy, watch now, oh boy, see now, oh boy, see now. You know, I still have this way of, you know, contributing in his driving. Alright, yo, people, so far it's been wonderful, and of course, don't forget to call me Joel, aka Mr. Lover from Kenny's Music. Right about now, you know what I'm saying, I'm signing out, you know, and this is AutoXPAT. You know, your safety is my safety is your safety, man. So keep it safe while driving. Don't drink and drive, don't party in the car and drive, and don't speed. You know what I'm saying? God be with us, man. Save life.
Stand up for something. Don't let your doubting stop you moving. It's not easy, I'm not pretending. To tell you the truth, it takes a lot to working. So I stand in front of you and say, don't give up, cause you will make it one day. Cause quitters never win and the winners never quit. If you try and you fail, don't be shy of defeats. Cause it takes a lot of courage to keep on moving. So stand up on your feet, your mistakes don't repeat. Instead you learn from it, wise up, goddamn it. Hey, it's to Baba and Joel.
There was excitement among 100 or so others as they made their way into the Nissan Stallion NMN 4-story building for the inauguration of the biggest auto showroom in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. It was packed with all manner of people, a historical and colorful event that brought together all the big names behind Nissan and other top personalities in the auto world. All around, people were taking pictures, sipping champagnes and flute glasses, and admiring the beautiful display of the cars. The vehicles on display on the ground floor was a very flaming red Qashqai 2.0 liters 4WD SUV, an angel white Nissan Pathfinder 3.5 liters V6 SUV, an intimidating black Patrol 4WD SUV with a powerful 5.6 liter V8 engine along with VVEL technology and an industry-first direct injection gasoline system that delivers seamless acceleration with 400 horsepower paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission with manual mode and synchronized rev control with a power steering, a rear-view camera, GPS map, class-leading interior space with premium comforts to ensure first-class travel, and a dashboard that sets you on a path to the future. On the top floor, Mr. Jimmy Dando, General Manager Sub-Sahara Africa, Nissan South Africa, spoke on the accomplishment of Nissan, and he said,
approximately 250,000 to 300,000 cars were imported into Nigeria. Those cars are probably the biggest consumer of foreign exchange for Nigeria.
It is no doubt that Nissan has not only established and accumulated a vast amount of consumers in Nigeria, but has also made Nigeria a home base for their brand, which progresses geometrically. A beautiful video that showed how innovation truly excites you was presented. A trip down Nissan's memory lane, when and how Nissan started. The lights went dim as the documentary came on. Amidst round of applause from the impressed crowd gathered, the Master of Ceremonies introduced Mr. Pabir Singh, Managing Director, Nissan Stallion Group Nigeria, to give a speech.
We thank you all for your continuous patronage and support in this journey. Inasmuch as we realize the challenges of bringing ingenuity and world-class service standards to you, we will consistently try to offer you customer experience that meets and exceeds your expectations of a world-class brand like Nissan. Stallion Nissan has embarked on an aggressive business expansion plan across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country.
He announced the upcoming 3S facility in Lekki, which would have an auto showroom with 9,600 square feet to house 18 cars and a 26,400 square feet workshop with 30 service bays. The program ended with everyone bustling with excitement and admiring the stunning black Nissan 370Z that was displayed on the top floor. We were made aware that it was transported to the top floor by the massive elevator system. Indeed, it was a jaw-dropping, eye-popping showroom.
I think to insure your car, it's highly corporate. You understand? Because you're going to gain it. It was actually 3 days. My form where I still fail. One I pay for insurance company for Ikoyi. There, it's still there. Where I feel in that period. You understand me now? On Monday, when I was about to go collect my this thing, the situation happened. By now, I wouldn't have went to get another car by myself. Insurance company will get that for me. Even if I even get Kabu self, about me, I go insure them.
Yeah, it's advisable for everyone to insure their car. My car is insured.
As far as auto insurance is concerned, I feel every single vehicle getting on any road in Nigeria should be insured. Because looking at the risk of accidents and every other shortcomings we may have, nobody foresees evil. But I think it's just best to just insure your car. And my car is well insured.
Welcome to this segment, Auto Guide. Today we have Mr. Mandis Edokwa of Megno Automobile Research and Training Center. He's going to tell you some of the important things you need to know about your vehicle. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to this segment on Auto Guide. Today we have Mr. Mandis Edokwa, and we're actually persuaded to do a segment on everything vehicle maintenance due to the multiple questions and on that area that we received from our viewers. So we got some of the questions and we just selected the very interesting ones. This person says, good day sir, please I want to buy a car. It's my first car and I'm confused about the brand to buy. What is your advice on this, sir? Especially when it comes to maintenance, like easy and cheap maintenance, I think.
Okay, well, before you buy a vehicle, you must have a reason or need for it. Therefore, you will need to decide from your house what type of vehicle you need and what you need that vehicle for. It all depends on the reason why you first of all deciding you want to buy a car. Until you know what you need the car for before you can actually make a choice. Now, as per maintenance, all vehicles are durable if they are maintainable or if you can maintain them. And one issue with maintenance is getting the availability of spare parts and the technical know-how of your local mechanics or technicians to help you repair them or maintain them when you need to. So these are some of the things you want to put into consideration. Of course, you want to think of the fuel consumption of that vehicle. You want to think of many issues as what type of seat you want. You want leather seat, you want cotton seat in the vehicle, you want air conditioned car, what have you. Because the moment you take that vehicle out of the dealership shop, you are on your own, you have bought it. So you are stuck with it. So the best thing is get an engineer's advice, get a mechanic advice as to what is possible in your locality, what you can easily maintain before you go and buy a vehicle.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, sir. Okay, this person says, my name is Akaria from Orile. I love your program. Keep it up. Well, thank you very much. How often do I need to change my engine oil? And is it necessary to change my gear oil as well?
Okay, well, there is manufacturer's recommendation for changing your engine oil. Actually, changing your engine oil is part of preventive maintenance. And preventive maintenance is the principle of not allowing your vehicle to break down before you actually start to go and repair them. You want to prevent it from breaking down, and that is why you will need to change your engine oil all the time as at when necessary. Now, some manufacturer will say change your engine oil every 3,000 miles, or change your engine oil every 3 months, whichever one comes first. Then, if you are a commercial driver that you use your vehicle a lot, you do stop and go driving, you might need to change your oil much more regularly than waiting for 3 months. Actually, it's advisable that you change your oil every month or every 2 weeks. It depends on how much you drive, how many hours you drive, how long your vehicle stay on idling. So for a regular user, it is recommended that you change your oil 3,000 miles or 3 months, whichever one comes first. But for heavy users like commercial drivers, taxi drivers, motorway and the rest, it is recommended that they change their oil every month or every 2 weeks at least. The frequent you change your oil, the better for your engine. The more durable your engine will be.
Okay, this person says, my name is Lillian, and I just replaced my engine and I was advised to change my gearbox. What is your suggestion in this regard?
Well, I don't know why they will ask you to replace your gearbox, because the engine is a different unit from the gearbox. So except they have issues with your gearbox before, it does not mean because you change your engine, you must replace your gearbox also. So you need to know why they are recommending for you to change your gearbox or transmission.
Welcome to Auto Expert News. Today, we will be reviewing 7 of the world's most expensive cars. I need you to stay glued to your seats, grip tightly the handlebars of your chairs as we count down. At number 7, we have the Lamborghini Reventon. At a whopping sum of $1.6 million, the most powerful and the most expensive Lamborghini ever built takes third place on the list of Lamborghinis. It reaches 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds with a top speed of 211 miles per hour, and its sleek designs are reasons why it is expensive and costly to own. At number 6, we have the Zeno ST1. At a sum of $1.225 million, this car is no joke. It is from a new Danish supercar company that will compete to be best in speed and style. The ST1 is limited to 15 units, and the company even promised flying doctors to keep your car running. Now that's something, an actual car doctor hovering over you like a fly. At number 5, no doubt, is the Pagani Zonda Sync Roadster. At a sum of $1.85 million, it is one of the most exotic cars out there and also the most expensive. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 to 4 seconds with a top speed of 217 miles per hour. At the number 4 spot is the Aston Martin 177, costing $1.85 million. It won't take no for an answer. The name 177 says it all. Beauty and power in one, limited to 77 units. With 750 horsepower, it is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.4 seconds, with a maximum speed of 220 miles per hour. At the number 3 spot is the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. At a jaw-dropping sum of $2.4 million, it is capable of reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. When tested in July 10, 2010 with the 2010 Super Sport version, it reached a top speed of 267 miles per hour. When competing against a Bugatti Veyron, you better be prepared. Slowly inching our way to the number 1 spot. At number 2 is the Lykan Hyper Sport. At a cost of $3.4 million, the Dubai-based company W Motors are planning to make only 7 of this. The Lykan Hypersport is powered by a flat-6 twin-turbo engine which produces 750 horsepower and takes you 0 to 60 miles per hour.